Bonsoir, 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 c'est Aegon. Bienvenue dans ce 15e épisode de Vampyr où on peut sans doute finir ce soir, normalement, la quête principale. Normalement, on est à la fin là. Même peut-être finir le jeu, hein, parce que je pense qu'une fois qu'on a fini la quête principale, après les petites enquêtes à côté, je sais pas s'il aura à les faire. Donc vous verrez que dans le par rapport au dernier épisode, en fait, dès que j'ai tué le mec, hop, ah bah, tous les quartiers, comme par hasard, ils ont tous soigné. Ils sont plus malades. Je vais essayer de vous montrer ça. Si ma manette fonctionne bien. Là, on va voir ça. Hop, voilà. Ah bah, tous les quartiers, d'un seul coup, ils étaient tous malades. Dès que j'ai tué lui, là. Et hop. Il n'a plus aucun malade. Ah, est-ce que c'est à cause de ça? Je sais pas. En tout cas, eh ben, ça va mieux partout. Donc, attends. T'es où? J'étais retourné. Ah oui. Tête. Voilà. Ah. Bon, bah, on va faire quand même. Au cas où, bien que je pense que ça sert absolument à rien. Ça, on peut pas l'améliorer, on est déjà à fond. Donc ça sert absolument à rien. Par contre, les trucs à deux mains, 126. Ça, on peut... Quand on veut changer d'arme. Donc, au niveau de quête principale, donc on était là. Ah oui, il faut leur retourner vite fait à l'hôpital. Vérifie si je suis. Normalement, oui, je suis sur la bonne scène. Le micro est là, ok. Donc nous, donc vous traversez Whitechapel. Pratiquement d'aller tout droit, ouais. Attends, je dis pas de conneries. Ah. Là, par là. Ah, voilà, c'est.
You really thought you could betray Lord Règles?
Oula. Ah, il m'a... Oh, le fumier. Oh la vache. Ouais. Toujours aussi nul. Donc là je peux pas. Je suis obligé de passer par le côté. Bah oui, de toute façon on peut aller que par là. Je sais quelque chose. Je fais ça. Que je fais ça. bouche.
The Swanborough cordial can be the answer to all your problems. As long as you have the money.
Ça. Tout droit et 1. C'est quand même toujours en grave.
I don't care.
Oh la vache. Par contre, le quartier est toujours en grave. Pourtant, il n'y a plus personne de malade. Il y a 2 morts, d'accord, mais... Fou. Ah, mais à chaque fois j'oublie qu'elle explose, cette conne.
Well, well,
Attends, moi aussi je peux utiliser... Ah non, mais si je me trompe de... Ce qu'il fait aussi, je fais... C'est LT, moi je fais... J'appuie sur RT. Donc ça ne pas de fonctionner.
What is this truck? Are the vampire hunters here already?
Alors attends, j'avais...
Done.
Voilà, depuis le début du jeu, je dois... Je fasse ça. Ça, tout ça. Et le jour maxi, on va aller plus loin. Mettre un sérum de plus. Plus de balles. Ça serait temps de le mettre. Ça, je vais toujours pas utiliser. Là, il faut 2000, donc c'est pas la peine. Ah bah tiens, ils étaient plus malades, maintenant ils sont malades. Alors que vous décidez. Hein. Ils étaient plus malades, puis d'un coup, boum, en une nuit ils sont tous malades.
Those bastards. What have they done to Edgar?
Sur différentes sortes de... Non, j'en ai loupé des documents. Je sais pas où ils sont, mais...
McCullum and his thugs are taking the credit for Edgar's abduction. They really mean business.
Ah. Attends. Suivre les traces de sang. Tiens, j'ai jamais été là-haut. Première fois du jeu, bonjour à toutes les personnes qui sont sur mon live. Salut Torque eSport TV, bienvenue à toi. Ah, t'es parti, venu reparti tout de suite apparemment. Bon, là ça va être un combat normalement.
Ultraviolet curtains and orichalcum powder. Dr. Swansea's always been a resourceful bastard. I bet he never told you he had this installed in case of a vampire attack. Says a lot about how much he trusts your man.
What have you done with Edgar?
Don't worry. We don't kill humans. Even if your friend is deserving of a little punishment for one.
What are you talking about?
We know everything. Swansea and you created this bloody epidemic. You aim to unleash another disaster, just like William Marshall did.
No, I'm trying to put an end to it. Just like you are.
You're his progeny, aren't you? Where is the monster hiding? It's still in England, isn't it?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Jeffrey, please listen to me.
No tricks. That shit won't work on me. We've found proof in the theater. Doris Fletcher was your first experiment. Now where is Marshall? Speak! So much for modern technology. Time for the tried and true. Do you know what this is, Beast? This is a drop of King Arthur's blood. The blood of a true defender of Britain. Stronger than your evil powers.
This is ridiculous. We're losing precious time.
True enough. Soon I'll bring your head before your coward of a father. So if you're so in...
Putain. Putain, attends.
The blood of a true defender of this land will protect me. I know. It hurts, doesn't it? Your poisonous bite is useless on me.
Putain.
Close your eyes. This is gonna hurt. Come on, Reed. Try something else. True light will cleanse you. I'll pin you down. We are the guardian of justice. Prévenus shall prevail.
You can't accept the fact we're not enemies, can you?
We always have been, and we always will be. Of all the evils that threaten mankind, your kind are the worst.
On va être hacké, peut-être suis-je un monstre, nous pourrions coopérer.
I'm not saying we could be friends, you and I. But perhaps we could collaborate to put an end to this epidemic.
Never! We are Prévenus. We do not negotiate. We do not compromise.
There is no way you'll ever let me be, McCullum. You'll always hunt me down, won't you?
There is no escape, Leech. Kill me now. For there is no way you can sway me to your ideals.
Et si je te faisais de toi un vampire?
Mistaken.
What do you mean?
Je vais vous épargner, transformer, vous sacrifier 1000 points d'expérience, je vais vous transformer en vampire. De toute façon, on n'a pas le choix, c'est où on l'épargne, on le transforme en vampire. Oui, mais il pourrait être un vachement méchant, non? Rien que pour le punir. Épargner. C'est pas.
I'll make you a vampire. I'll make you one of us.
No! Kill me!
Prepare yourself, Hunter. You're about to be hunted, just like me.
No! No!
When I kissed my poor man goodbye, I had no idea what I was doing. But now I do. Consider this my kiss of Judas.
Ah, mais c'est dégueulasse. Ah, trop tard. Peut-être fait une erreur, hein.
Welcome to the world through the looking glass.
Mais comme c'est ma descendance, est-ce qu'il va m'obéir? Ou il va faire ce qu'il veut? Science sans conscience. Alors, mise à jour de la mission. Sauver Edgar. Qui est à 200 mètres par là. Ah oui, donc je retourne à... Attends, il n'y avait rien à looter dans ce coin-là? Non, juste des portes ouvertes. Je me demande ce qui se passe une fois que la quête est finie. Attends.
Good evening.
Good evening,
I'd like to...
Wise choice.
L'autre côté, allez. Je me demande si était de l'autre côté. Toujours là. Hein. Allez, schéma. Que j'ai pas fait du tout. Hein. Trouver un restaurant exceptionnel pour... D'accord. Il n'a pas bougé de place. Mais... Crève, charogne. J'ai débloqué un autre truc, là. Passage. Ah tiens, ça rend le théâtre. Ah si. J'ai 2000 points. L'ultime. Ah non, il faut 4000. Je crois que j'ai pas le temps de l'améliorer. Changer le gain de santé instantané pour une régénération plus importante. Et là ça dure 25 secondes, là c'est tous les 15 secondes. Bonjour, bonsoir à tous les viewers qui viennent d'arriver. Serait-ce un raid ou un host? Je ne sais pas, j'ai pas encore eu l'alerte. Quelqu'un là? Je peux pas le tuer là. Ah, il est en face de moi. Bon. On va voir ce qui va nous arriver. Et c'est la dernière quête principale. Normalement, on n'est pas loin.
So Prewen never left Doris's theatre after they invaded. They must be holding Edgar here in their new headquarters.
École de la comédie. Quelqu'un là-haut. Il y en a un de chaque côté. C'est chiant qu'on peut pas les mordre quand on veut en fait. Il y en a un qui est là. Est-ce que ça aurait été bien là? C'est de lui sauter dessus. Oh. Apparemment on peut pas. Ah non, c'est par là. Voilà, heureusement que c'est que le mode histoire. Dans le mode normal, je serais jamais arrivé. Ah. C'est pas de ce côté-là pour descendre? C'est bon que c'était là.
I have this thirst for blood.
Attends. Par où tu... C'est pas par là. Bloque le passage. Si. Enquêter sur le disparu. Ah d'accord, il était là, il a disparu. C'est pas du tout ça que je voulais faire. C'est ça. Il est en dessous. Il est en dessous. Ah oui. Non, c'est pas non, c'est pas le carnet de l'autre qui cherchait. Mon Dieu, que c'est ce qu'on comptait bien faire souffrir. Jones. D'accord, c'est la fille de l'autre. Non, je suis d'accord. En fait, elle a pas dit que c'était sa mère. Non, non sa fille. Elle est en train de soigner sa fille. Bon sang, elle déteste prendre. Lié à la situation de vivre. Maladie. Avec cette vieille. Il a tout ça. Ce Marshall, ça se trouve, c'est lui qui m'a mordu.
Doris Fletcher was about to become a disaster. I'm getting close to having all the evidence.
Il n'y a rien d'autre là. Qu'était? Il est en dessous. On va descendre. Attends, l'autre il est là. Apparemment il n'y a personne d'autre. Attends, je fais le tour. Tous les coups ça va se débloquer après.
It's locked, all right.
Peut-être avoir la clé plus tard. Ah, ok. La Astra, dévoreuse d'étoiles. Vers moi avec la main. Le sang du cœur le plus pur mélangé au sang d'un roi. Trop d'eau. Pour purifier mon âme et corriger mes erreurs. Un antidote à base d'ail pur.
Blood of a pure heart, garlic, blood of a king. I don't understand. Perhaps this is what McCullum drank. I had better keep that in mind. I should find the key to that box. It's locked.
Chevalier vampire. va aller ouvrir à l'autre là. Ah non?
I cannot enter.
Allez sauver. Ok, et tu... Ah, d'accord.
Edgar. Edgar, can you hear me?
Jonathan, is it really you?
Easy. Easy. Save your strength. I'm getting you out of here.
Don't try to spare me. As a physician, I know all too well when it's too late. Punctured lung, broken ribs, and internal bleeding.
Je pourrais te transformer en vampire, tu sais que malin.
Diagnosis, wouldn't you say?
Edgar, what happened?
They wanted me to confess. Beat me black and blue.
Jeffrey McCullum ambushed me at the Pembroke Hospital. He was convinced you and I were responsible for the Skal epidemic.
I never imagined that self-righteous fanatic would dare to attack us in the open. What became of him?
I put him in a somewhat delicate position when I made him an immortal.
Really? You sure
Non,
that was
non,
the
je suis pas sûr du
wisest
tout.
course of action?
Time will tell. The most intriguing part of his accusation was that you and I were the pawns of some ancient vampire.
William Marshall. Yes, they tortured me to make me confess the same nonsense.
Je dis tout, je vous cache quelque chose.
Edgar, as much as I would like to believe you, I have a few concerns that require clarification.
What do you mean?
William Marshall, for example. You speak of him as if you know him. How is that?
Jonathan, I cannot say I'm ready for another round of questions.
Pourquoi accuser à propos de William Marshall?
What can you tell me about William Marshall?
Not much. History paints the story he was the greatest knight who ever lived. Amongst the immortals, he had a yet greater legend.
Pourquoi est-elle obsédée par lui? Pourquoi a-t-il une telle position?
Why would he deserve such a reputation?
I cannot say. The Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole has next to no intelligence on him. All I know is that he's supposed to be the oldest of all the British vampires.
Why is the Guard of Prewen so obsessed with him?
He was the only ancient vampire to escape the first great hunt launched by the Guard of Prewen in 1854. They believe he's an evil creature plotting his return.
Pourquoi accuser?
Why would the Guard of Prewen believe you and I created
Bonsoir
the
aux personnes que j'ai
vampire
pas saluées.
Maybe due to our profession. Because I offered you shelter in my hospital.
Moi, je pense que ça se trouve, c'est Marshall qui m'a mordu.
While investigating the epidemic, I read some of McCullum's findings. I think you have some explaining to do.
I have nothing to hide, Jonathan. Nothing at all.
Ah ben parle là. Connaissez-vous le vrai nom de Doris Fletcher?
Do you know Doris Fletcher's real name?
No, I'm afraid not.
Her real name was Doris Jones. She was the daughter of Harriet Jones.
What do you want me to say, Jonathan?
Do you remember when we suspected Sean Hampton of killing Harriet Jones?
Yes. The terrible episode that came as a shock to us all.
Harriet Jones faked her own death. When I found her in the sewers, she confessed she wanted everybody to pay for what happened to her.
That woman was extremely bitter, full of hatred and festering anger.
Doris Fletcher visited her mother at the Pembroke Hospital. That's how she first got infected.
I know nothing about that. Miss Fletcher once came to visit the sick. That is all I know.
No, Edgar, there is more. Doris Fletcher was Harriet Jones's daughter. They exhibited the same symptoms: blind hate and strong physical mutation.
What does this sad story have to do with us?
Savez-vous où nous sommes? Passage qui se dessine.
Do you know where we are? Doris Fletcher's theatre. This is where that hateful creature plotted to spread the epidemic across London.
I only briefly met Miss Fletcher once when she visited the Pembroke Hospital. You say it was to see her mother. She seemed like such a sweet and graceful woman.
My point exactly. The disease turned her into a bitter soul, driven by vengeance just like her mother. A symptom of all the infected patients.
Certain diseases are known to produce similar effects. Rabies, for example. And rabies is not the devil at work.
Come on, Edgar. Don't you see the pattern here? The epidemic, the link between Doris and Harriet, the suspicion of McCullum.
How could I? I never saw Harriet Jones again after she fled the hospital.
Doris and Harriet shared more than a hidden family bond. They were the embodiment of the epidemic and are linked to the Pembroke Hospital. Come on, Edgar, this is no coincidence.
I swear I'm at a complete loss. All I did was administer vampire blood to cure old Harriet. There was no evil plan, no diabolical plot.
You did what?
I tested the regenerating and healing properties of vampire blood on Harriet Jones. My only intention was to find the cure for influenza, I swear.
Whose blood did you use? William Marshall's? Mine?
Lady Ashbury's. While transfusing her with human blood, humanely appeasing her hunger, I also kept samples of her blood for my research.
You used her blood on Harriet Jones? My God, Edgar, that's unethical. You betrayed 2 of your patients at the same time.
Right, I admit it. I boldly ventured into experimental realms, but I've killed no one to appease my thirst for knowledge, Jonathan. I'm no murderer.
I never asked to become what I am, Edgar. You chose to conduct your rogue experiments.
You have worked beside me. You saw what I'm doing at Pembroke Hospital. Jonathan, you know I'm not an evil soul. Just another victim of this tragedy.
Laissez mourir, vous devez transformer. Okay.
No, Edgar, you are not going to die. Unless you want to.
What do you mean?
I can save you, Edgar. I can turn your broken body into one like mine.
You truly would? After all I've done, after all that's been said, you would offer me this gift?
I have no way of knowing which punishment would be worse, Edgar. But it is not for me to decide. So?
Oh, please, Jonathan, please. I beg you. This is what I've always wanted. This is what I've always searched for.
Very well, then.
Est-ce qu'il a pas tout fait tout ça pour être vampire?
Prepare to die and be reborn. To face an eternity of guilt.
I'm ready. Oh, indeed, I am ready.
C'est dégueulasse.
Enough!
Ça fait 2 transformations. Est-ce que j'ai pris les bonnes décisions? J'espère, parce que là... Ah, succès, le mot... Ouais, d'accord. Passons 0. Ah bah tiens, si... Indice perdu, ça. Chapitre 6. Antidote, se préparer à combattre le désastre. Je crois qu'il y avait que 5 chapitres dans le jeu. Ok, eux ils vont me rejoindre plus tard. Je vais aller jusqu'à où? Ah, ok. Peut-être aller sauvegarder. Faudrait aller, ouais. Aller à un refuge, sauvegarder. Et affronter le désastre, c'est ça? Pas le YouTube, le YouTuber de Twitch là. Je sais pas comment c'est dit sur Twitch.
Return at a more convenient time.
So
So Harriet Jones became the original carrier when Edgar gave her vampire blood. I must tell Elizabeth.
Ah oui, ça a changé. Ah oui, parler à Elisabeth.
This is not a place for you.
Bonsoir, Jacques. Éventreur. C'est un monde ouvert ou illimité? Ça, bah, monde ouvert, oui et non. Parce que tu peux pas rentrer partout. Hein. Parce que toi, t'as plusieurs quartiers. Non, c'est plutôt semi-ouvert, je dirais. Parce que tu peux pas te TP où tu veux. Genre sauter d'un point à un autre. Il y a que certains endroits où tu peux le faire. Jacques l'éventreur. Alors attends, est-ce que je vais dans la bonne direction moi? Parce que moi je dois aller... ah non. Je crois que l'entrée c'est derrière moi. C'est un jeu pas mal hein. Après bon... Là je suis en mode histoire donc c'est beaucoup plus facile entre guillemets. Parce que moi et les combats ça fait 2. Et je pense que t'es limité, tu peux pas rentrer partout. T'as pas mal de quartiers mais tu peux pas te TP où tu veux. Tu étais censé te transformer en vapeur et hop, te TP à un endroit mais là il y a que certains endroits où tu peux le faire. Bon t'as du craft, tu peux améliorer tes objets, tes armes, etc. Journal intime. Ah, je crois que je pouvais le lire. C'est... Théâtre, voilà une pièce, je pense que je suis... Non, c'est pour les... Ah non, c'est la fille de Lady Ashbury, je pense. Ouais, Charlotte. Ah, ah non, il me reste encore un. Si je veux avoir l'XP maximum si je l'étreins. Vu que je vais pas la tuer, de toute façon, c'est pas grave. Donc là... Attends, elle est où? Elle est là. Elle est tranquille, en train de peindre. Cool la vie.
What good fortune brings you back to me, Jonathan? What is it, my dear?
I'm afraid it's bad news, Elizabeth. The worst, actually.
Please, speak up.
Edgar is no longer in McCullum's grasp. I resolved that matter.
Where is our good friend now? Is he well?
Of a sort. His injuries were mortal. I had no choice but to make him with us. To save him. Or to punish him.
To punish him? I fail to understand. And what is the source of this cold tone in your voice?
Edgar Swansea was responsible for the Skull epidemic, Elizabeth. It was he who unleashed the deadly scourge upon London.
What? Are you certain? This is the most terrible accusation of all.
He confessed everything to me. He sought to cure the disease, to exploit vampire blood to stop the epidemic. But he unwittingly gave birth to a catastrophe.
All those poor victims. How could he do it? What
Ah oui.
happened?
J'avais pas compris ça comme ça.
Edgar gave no heed to ethics. His theory could have been proven to be correct, but he abused the confidence of his patients to test it.
I must say I'm shocked, Jonathan. Who would have thought it? And the poor patient. Let me guess. It was Harriet Jones, was it not?
Yes. That explains how Doris Fletcher was infected, and how she became an Icor. She secretly visited her mother at Pembroke.
Then we have no choice. We must act quickly, Jonathan. We must return to the sewers and put an end to the threat poor Harriet embodies.
I have one more matter to discuss with you. Harriet Jones was the primary case, but do you know what a healthy carrier is?
There is a tone in your voice that frightens me, Jonathan. What are you trying to say?
It was your blood Edgar used for his experiment on Harriet Jones.
What? No. No. This can't be. Oh,
Elizabeth, are you all right?
no, I have to go.
What do you mean?
Leave me alone. Save the city, Jonathan. Save what can be saved.
Elizabeth, I need answers. Why did your blood
Stay
cause
away
this?
from me. Please. I swear I never was your
Wait!
enemy.
No! Elizabeth!
T'étais pas censé être en train de peindre? Rien sur la toile. Assembler les ingrédients nécessaires à la fabrication d'antidotes, obtenir une goutte de sang de William. Goutte de sang de roi Arthur auprès du juin. Chercher de l'insuline dans la vieille morgue. D'accord. Donc, Ariane Jones, on aurait pu la tuer tout de suite et ça aurait réglé pas mal de choses.
It's locked, all right.
Donc, normalement, ça j'ai trouvé une clé alors. Non. Ok. Chercher des ingrédients maintenant. De l'antidote. Ouais, et comment je vais faire? L'autre grève, il veut même pas me voir. Être chaud.
Now would be a good time to blend the recipe Marshall used when he fought the disaster. I think I know where to find what I need.
214 mètres. 168.
I'll send you back in a fucking grave! You're mine, Bourbon!
Ah d'accord. J'ai l'impression que je vais tous les avoir sur le dos. Non. Mais tiens. Pendant qu'il est là.
Whose blood could be purer than that of William Marshall? Lord Redgrave will have to spare me a drop. Good evening, old chap.
Non.
What?
Do you need... What can I say?
I hope we talk.
Have you...
I would.
You need some rest, Clem.
Est-ce que je vais pouvoir rentrer? Trouver. Justesse d'elle. Charlotte machin. Donc, je peux pas rentrer par là. Je peux pas me taper là-haut. Il doit bien avoir un autre endroit pour rentrer.
Good.
Do you need...
You.
Don't worry. Goodbye, Mr. Russell.
The night is so.
Alors.
I'm still persona non grata in the Ascalon Club. If I want to speak with Lord Redgrave, I'll have to improvise.
Attends, est-ce qu'il y a un cœur? Attends, il est en bas.
Good evening, Lord Redgrave.
What are you doing here, traitor? I shall smite you for this audacity.
I'm not here to bicker, Lord Redgrave. I can put an end to this epidemic, but I need your assistance to do so.
Good. We've held out thus far, but the time has come to put an end to this crisis. Tell me, what do you need?
The blood of William Marshall.
The blood of William Marshall? Of my maker? Are you mad? This blood is the purest of all. My maker proffered it to me on the battlefield. I cannot hand it to you.
C'était ma mission, j'ai donné l'espoir de cette ville. C'est votre mascara.
This is more important than the club, you or me. This is London's last hope.
I see. Well, in that case, given the gravity of the situation, I suppose I can spare you a drop.
Thank you, my lord.
If you manage to save this city, you'll prove yourself a veritable servant of the crown. So Godspeed, Dr. Reed. Our fate lies wholly in your hands.
Bon, ça va. J'ai pas eu trop de mal à le convaincre. Ça va, heureusement. Soyez positif. D'imposer des traditions connues de spectateurs. Ok, donc maintenant il faut que j'aille... Ah ben, derrière l'hôpital. Et l'autre il est... au nord, ok. Est-ce qu'on peut pas se TP directement là? C'est qui? Ah, tête de toi aussi. Se TP directement là-bas, ça serait plus. Gagnerait du temps, hein, franchement. Bonsoir, en passant que je n'ai pas salué. Bienvenue à vous. On approche du dénouement, du combat final. Alors, je vais... Ah, bah, je pourrais pas aller par là. Je peux. Ce serait bien. Ici. Ça, c'est pas que je peux aller par là. Ouais, ça va. Bon, il risque d'avoir... là, je peux normalement... Là, je j'aille tout droit. À moins que ça bouge, que je suis obligé de faire le tour.
Stop right now!
Non, c'est pas celui-là, c'est l'autre, merde. Oups. Que je pouvais pas tourner. Peut-être que je pouvais TP de l'autre côté, hein.
Over there! Rush the monster! I'll take its head!
Putain, mais charge plus vite. Chier. Lui, je peux pas le... Si. J'ai peu de munitions. C'est ça? J'ai à l'hôpital pour me charger. J'ai à voir Swan si, parce qu'apparemment il y a des choses à me dire. Comme je le disais tout à l'heure, voilà, il n'y a que les points où il y a ce symbole là où on peut se TP avec le... Sinon on peut pas se TP. Voilà. Ah ouais, ça pour faire l'antidote. Dose d'insuline. Et sang du roi. Dans la vieille morgue. Ah oui, lol. Ouais, on peut avoir de l'expérience négative, c'est intéressant. Normalement, il est censé être là, Edgar. Et où? Où es-tu ma descendance? Viens voir ton créateur. 56 mètres derrière.
I cannot use garlic, but there may be a substitute in the Pembroke Hospital drug storage.
Je vais peut-être faire une petite pause ici. Attends, il y a eu... Voilà. Une petite pause et je vous dis à tout de suite. On est reparti pour faire le dernier combat. Enfin, normalement. Sauf surprise. Trouver de l'insuline. Ok, un. On va aller à 17 mètres. À tous les coups c'est en dessous, il faut que je descende, bah oui. Ça aurait été trop simple que je trouve ça à l'étage. Looter pendant qu'on est là. Oh, il y a une bébête. Il y a une bébête. Non, rien de bon temps. Oh. Ils sont deux. Hein.
This one's a top!
Si. Si. Non. Couteau de girofle. Parce que je regarde le truc, il a... Ah non, c'est au-dessus. Tu te fous de ma gueule? 13 mètres au-dessus. J'étais au-dessus. Tu dis c'est au-dessus. Ah non, d'accord, c'est allé. Je pensais que c'était en bas alors que c'était au-dessous. Ouais, 13 mètres. Pas assez de dégâts. Non, c'est censé être...
There it is. Insulin. Much more efficient than garlic against blood poisoning and sepsis, and much less dangerous for me. Thank you, Dr. Polescu.
Ok, là y a rien. Mais non, on peut pas pousser une porte. Donc maintenant, il manque plus que l'autre. Il n'y a rien à ramasser là. Pas de loot. De la codéine. Ok, maintenant faut partir. Non. Je vais aller voir Swansea là. Il y a un autre étage. On va y aller. Ok. Bonsoir aux personnes que je n'aurais pas saluées. Ok, là, un bon étage. Attends, hop, hop, hop. Ah, c'est là. Donc maintenant, il faut que je trouve Swansea. Apparemment, il y a peut-être des choses à me dire. Il serait où ça? Et où? Pourquoi je détecte pas?
I will not let you down, my boy.
Bon, attends. Il était tout en haut. Où je vais? C'est vrai que j'ai pas pensé à monter tout. Second étage. Alors, il est où, non?
It's locked.
Toujours verrouillé. Il est censé être là, disponible. Il n'y avait pas une porte ou machin ici? Bizarre. D'accord, il est où, Dr. Swansea? qui se débloque après le dernier combat. Normalement, s'il est là, sous N6, je dois le détecter. Bizarre, bizarre. Parce qu'apparemment, il est nulle part. Non, il est nulle part. Je sais pas où il est. Censé me débloquer des machins, mais... Bon, allez, on va aller à l'autre. L'autre, c'est derrière. C'est par là. Ça. Attends, je suis où? Ça, il est à gauche. Ah. Un mec avec une croix. Ah oui, ça... Le machin de la croix, c'est censé me... Merde, c'est pas là. Attends, je suis où? Par où tu rentres? Je vais être à côté? Merde. Mais si, on peut rentrer.
If McCullum really drank the blood of King Arthur, then I may have found another vital ingredient for my recipe.
Voilà, McCullum serait... Putain. Ouais. Sur les coups, je vais devoir combattre, non? Là, ou c'est lui qui est en train de... Ah non, mais c'est lui qui est en train de se battre.
Good evening, vampire hunter.
Are you here to mock me, Reed?
Not at all, McCullum. I am here because I need you.
Really? I'm intrigued. Speak up, then.
I need the blood of a king. The blood of Arthur. I'm certain you possess it, and I must have it.
The guard's most sacred and precious relic. Why would you... You found Marshall's memoirs. I should have destroyed that book.
I need the antidote to save this city, McCullum.
It is within me to take your words as truth. I want to, but I must know more. What precisely are your plans?
Je vais pas te le dire, je dois vaincre une créature nommée Désastre, ce capable.
A creature called a disaster is about to be unleashed. It falls upon me, as once it did Marshall, to stop it before the whole country is ravaged.
I should have destroyed that book. And yet, I wish I could join this battle alongside you. But this crusade is not mine to fight.
Do you not understand? We wanted the same thing from the outset. A means to end this vampire epidemic.
Not enemies. Maybe that is so. Take it then. I see no other hope for this city. If this is some trick, you will be damned, Dr. Reed.
Thank you. Can we speak more?
Indeed. Why not?
Pourquoi es-tu venu ici? Quand t'as tué?
Why are you here?
The man who raised me after the brutal murder of my parents. He's buried here.
Were both your parents killed by vampires?
Yes. And yet worse. My father returned to Dublin a vampire and tore out my mother's throat.
And who was this man?
Carl Eldritch. One-time leader of Prewin. He killed my father in front of me. Helped me hunt my brother Ain after teaching me how to kill leeches.
How are you adapting to immortality?
I feel so powerful it gives me shivers. I could be the greatest vampire hunter ever. Your worst nightmare, in truth.
Will you hunt me down?
Not for now. But you had better behave, Doctor. Or it may change my mind.
Will you leave the guard now that you are what you are?
Are we not creatures of deceit? I could hide my nature from my men. Or name a successor. Go my own way. I know not yet my path.
Et on peut pas lui influencer du fait qu'on soit sans...
Do not stretch your luck, Reed.
Mais pourquoi je pourrais pas pousser un peu? Bon, trouver un refuge afin de fabriquer l'antidote. Et ben il y en a un ici, qui est sur la droite. Pour y aller. Merde. Bon, je voulais pas vous tuer les gars. Bon mais tant pis pour vous. Le refuge est censé être par là. Ouais. Voilà, alors attends, est-ce qu'on peut améliorer... Ça je peux pas l'améliorer plus. Attends. il y a les 4 machins. Que 252. Oui, là, il fait quand même plus de dégâts, lui. 5, 5. D'accord, lui, il a les 4. 800 de
The
dégâts.
blend seems stable. Time to go and find Harriet in the sewers.
On va d'abord faire une petite sauvegarde. Hein. Ok. Alors attends. Et le tout proche. J'ai les munitions. Il n'y avait pas un coffre là normalement. Hein? C'est pour fabriquer. Le lit. Normalement il est censé avoir un coffre. Des munitions. 500 mètres. Ça nous renvoie où? À l'autre bout du monde? Voilà, à l'autre bout de la carte. Ça par contre dans ce jeu là c'est chiant. Faut traverser toute la ville. Je vais voir le chemin là. Hein? Ouais. Jusqu'à là, là. Ici. Cela. Donc tout droit et coucher tout droit.
It's an inch! Kill it! Send your fucking brain!
Putain, je crois que ça faisait 800 de dégâts là. Franchement. Ça, tout droit. Et après à gauche. Et là toujours tout droit normalement. Ah, je sais plus comment on fait pour. Ah, ah merde. Quel con, j'ai appuyé sur le mauvais bouton. Voilà, c'est ça que je voulais appuyer. Bouton pour courir. En plus c'est un volcan. Super. Ah bah voulu.
How dare you interfere!
Ouais, lui j'aurais pas voulu l'éviter. Ah merde. Non, ça va. Et en plus, je peux pas passer par là. Lol.
It's locked, all right.
Donc si je peux pas aller par là. D'accord, mais il faut que j'aille sur la gauche. Aller par là.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Donc, 1, 3, 4. Ici, là. Pour aller là, je pense que... Ça se passe par là, en fait. Ici. Il semble... Les égouts, là, c'est par là. Je crois pas qu'il y a une pensée par là. Tout droit. Toujours tout droit, à gauche, à droite, à gauche. Attention. Ah, ça s'est enlevé tout seul.
Support the equality between men and women. Women
Je
die
pense
too
pas que je puisse
in
passer
war.
par là. J'aurais essayé, mais ça m'étonne qu'il y ait une entrée par là des égouts. Attends, peut-être que si. Ah, regarde, vu qu'on est à côté là. Est-ce que je peux passer par là? C'est fermé. Non, c'est ouvert. Ça va. Ok. Non, c'est pas ça que je voulais faire. Ah, non, par contre, il va falloir que je me rappelle par où on passe. Là, on peut pas passer par là. Ah oui, le repère, oui, oui. Faut que je rentre dans le... attends, c'était... Chez machin, là. Et hop, il y a un repère. Attends, c'est derrière moi. Hein. c'était là. T'es à l'étage? C'était en bas. C'était en bas. Heureusement que la ville est pas plus grande. Hein. Allez, on repère. Entrez à vos risques et périls, je pense que c'est...
This place has been ransacked. They've all been slaughtered. Pre-one? No, not their style.
Trouver Harriet Jones.
Where has Harriet gone? She must have left a trail I could follow.
Suivre le sang.
Where is old Bridget? Damn. If I'd come earlier, they would still be alive.
Ah, voilà. Mon créateur, normalement.
Take not a step further, child, for you are unprepared.
You, at last. I wondered when you would show your face again. Step away. We have nothing to discuss.
Desist, child. You cannot confront the monstrosity unleashed upon this land without due preparation. I shall not allow it.
All right. But no more riddles. Enough of the obscure songs and prophecies. I ask questions, and you answer them.
My words have been as clear as crystal lakes, my child. You seem unwilling to drink, to listen, to learn.
Je suis là pour arrêter Harriet Jones. Quelle est votre apparence?
Why did you choose me?
Only you could provide a modern, scientific answer to this ancient, mystical threat.
Une réponse moderne, menace ancienne.
What kind of modern answer?
Disease, contagion, and contamination. How they course through veins is your dominion, my child. Your choices have made you. Only you can save this land.
Speak to me of this ancient threat.
The blood of hate. Vessel of the wrath of the goddess. When she awakens, a disaster will be born into this world, for she is hunger and anger.
Entité mystérieuse.
What is your true appearance?
I do not understand. This is who I am.
Vous êtes fait de sang et...
Blood? You are made of blood? Surely you are joking.
Why would I? And no, I'm not made of blood. I am blood. Blood is what I am since my birth and for eternity.
But who are you really? Tell me your name.
I am your maker. I am the servant of the Red Goddess and protector of this land. I have many names.
Just give me one, then.
There are those who call me Myrddin Wild, the Wild Horned Man. But I never was a man. I was born out of blood.
Ouais, ça répond pas vraiment à ma question, mais...
I'm here to stop Harriet Jones. She is the original carrier. The well from which this corruption flows.
I have heard you, but be wary. Harriet Jones's mind is no more. She has metamorphosed into an apocalypse. Born from, drenched in, and driven by the blood of hate.
Je veux juste arrêter. Qu'est-ce que le sang de la haine?
What is the blood of hate?
It is the curse of the goddess. It is the hunger in you, the need for blood, the will to strike and to punish, to spit in the eye of God.
Tell me about this disaster, creature. I know London fell victim to such a thing in 1666.
A disaster is pure anger born through blood. Its name means bad star, for they only appear when our queen unleashes her unquenchable wrath upon the world.
And who is this queen?
She is the Red Goddess, the Queen of Blood. In my youth, 100 lifetimes ago, she was worshipped as the Morrigan. She is my mother. She is yours, too.
Morrigan.
The Morrigan? The Celtic goddess of war? Is this a ruse of some kind?
She has been worshipped in many forms throughout the ages. The true nature of the Red Queen is beyond your comprehension, eluding even mine. But know this. She is a vengeful mother.
So the disaster is some sort of accident?
That's your modern answer.
Tell me what it is then, in your own words.
A disaster is the pure will of our queen. Whenever she dreams of walking this earth, she awakes in this putrid vessel.
I only wish to know how to put an end to this epidemic.
To perform an act so noble, you must protect yourself from its poisonous kiss.
Mais j'ai l'antidote, non?
I know. McCullum used such a serum when trying to kill me. However, I have produced a more efficacious version of the antidote.
Your final task awaits you at the end of these tunnels. I've known for ages you were worthy of this challenge, my champion, Bittersweet.
Car ensuite, ici, et tout sera terminé ensuite, je ne suis pas votre champion.
What will happen thereafter? What future awaits me beyond these dark tunnels?
Your fate, my child, and the fate of this land.
Will it be over then? Once I've defeated this creature?
Yes. The threat will dissipate like so much smoke, for you will have purified its source.
And then what? What will become of me?
How would I know? I am no god, and your fate is in your own hands. For you are our champion.
Je suis pas votre champion.
You tricked me. My sister died for your schemes. I have brought suffering and tragedy into this world. I am not, nor will I ever be your champion.
Very soon you'll come to know that sacrifice is sometimes necessary. I understand the grudge a child bears towards his father and mother. Be brave, my child.
Ok. Ouais, c'est vrai que je suis qu'au niveau 28. Mais vu que c'est une sauvegarde automatique...
These poor skulls didn't stand a chance. This is despicable.
Non, c'est pas ça que je vais faire. Normalement, c'est par là. Ouais. Je pense qu'il va falloir éviter ces jets de poison.
Oh, I'm sick. So sick. Doctor, help me, please. I'm in such pain.
T'es dégueulasse.
Glad to be of assistance.
Oh, like your help, Doris. Liars, all of you.
Ah putain. Ça va être le poison.
My poor baby. I've been such a bad mother. But the Queen herself forgave me. Gave me another chance.
Harriet, you must stop all of this. I can't let you infect anyone else.
How dare you interfere with the Red Queen's plans, Doctor? How can you stop the course of nature? They took my daughter from me!
C'est tout? Oh la vache, maintenant la reine écarlate.
How irredeemably are you all going to suffer now?
Oh la vache.
Eat, for this is my body. I'm gonna read the feed me. Give me the
No one could ever defeat you, mother of us all, for you are our every root and leaf.
You've always been my most amusing son.
Then go back to sleep, my queen, and smile at us from your dreams.
Did they feel my wrath? Have they suffered enough?
More than ever, mother of us all.
Until the next time.
Until the next time.
Heureusement c'était le mode histoire, hein, parce que alors là je vous dis pas en mode normal. Ouf.
So it's over then, young Ekon. You have put an end to this terrible menace.
Old Bridget? What are you doing here?
This is my realm, Ekon. This is Suascal territory.
But they were all massacred by the monstrosity that Harriet became.
Others will come, engendered by deceitful vampires. I don't mean you, of course.
I thought you'd been slaughtered, with all the other Suascals.
I was up above, in search of help when Harriet suddenly turned into that thing. I have no idea what it was.
It's over now. London is no longer shrouded in the disaster's shadow. We're all safe.
Yes, you prevailed in the end. I hope you'll forgive me for the way I treated you when first you presented yourself at our gate.
No need to apologize, really.
Perhaps there will be no stories told or songs sung of what happened here today. But I'll know the truth. Jonathan Reed, newborn vampire, stepped forward and saved us all.
I'm honored to be part of this city's legend. Thank you, old Bridget. May I ask you just one question?
How could I refuse you anything now? I'll answer just as I answered Lady Ashbury when we met a few nights ago.
Who are you? Really?
I was born with the name Bridget Eleanor Wellington. In 1738, my beloved and immortal husband decided to preserve my beauty and youth forever by making me drink his blood.
You were Lord Redgrave's wife. Then the pompous fool rejected you, did he not?
It was about 200 years ago. Peace found me in time. And I sincerely hope it will find you too, now that all is over.
No, it's not over. I may have ended the vampire epidemic, but I still need answers from the woman I love.
I feared you would say that. Go then, young Ekon, and face your fate. Just remember that I'll always be here for you.
Bon, est-ce que je vais devoir traverser toute la ville ou il va directement...
London has been cleansed. This catastrophe came about when an ancient malignant will crossed paths with mortal imprudence. For now, we are safe. For now. My craving for blood remains. Red like hate, red like hunger. Red as life and death, passing from one immortal to another. From predator to victim. Patiently biding its time to rise again. London has been cleansed for now, but there's a simmering hatred, fear, and old grudges. When will we succumb, mortals and immortals alike? The next disaster is only a matter of time. My only hope now is to catch the woman I love, to understand why she fled, and unmask the secret that has been lurking in her blood for so long.
Alors, est-ce une longue cinématique ou j'aurai des trucs à faire?
Well, this is it. Lady Ashbur's domain. Why am I not surprised it's not on any maps? I'd better hurry.
Chapitre 7, porteur saint. Ah ben, hein, ils ont rajouté des chapitres. Voilà. Qu'est-ce qu'il me veut encore, lui?
Beautiful morn, my child. It looks like dawn is here at long last.
Can't you just leave me alone? Your precious queen has been sent back to the bottomless pit from whence she came. The nightmare is almost over.
I am here to say goodbye. The sun's warmth exhausts me. Soon I will rejoin my queen in her endless sleep. It is over. You did well.
À propos de la reine écarlate.
So our beloved mother will just go back to sleep, now that enough people have suffered. Is that it?
No, Jonathan. The Morrigan has been appeased because you dared confront her. You have prevailed, my bittersweet champion.
Qui êtes-vous pour rapport à elle?
And what are you to her? Her...
She is my mother, my dreadful...
D'accord.
What does she seek? Revenge? Retribution?
She seeks nothing, since she only dreams of it. In the ancient tongue, when I was young, her name meant ghostly queen. Pray she never fully awakens, for her wrath knows no bounds.
This is not over. I am here to find the true origin of the blood of hate.
'Tis unwise to interfere with a tale rooted so deeply in the suffering of others.
No. I must know why Elizabeth fled here when I discovered she was the original healthy carrier.
No, she is not what you say she is. That is a secret you will discover soon enough.
And you? Why are you here? Which new thread of which old twisted plan are you seeking to pull now? Tell me the truth.
I am just here to salute my sons, and to bid them...
Your sons? Plural? My God, will you ever stop speaking in riddles?
Perhaps I am too old for your spoken.
Bon allez, tu peux abréger?
Tell me about...
He is not stronger than you, only older. You are strong, Jonathan Reed. A champion of your time, chosen to defeat a threat spawned of this generation.
Is he here? Is William Marshall here? Is that why you're here now, too?
Have I not already answered that question?
His blood was not tainted. The blood Lord Redgrave possessed. That which I used in the serum. But what if it had been?
Then you would have failed, I suppose. For the blood of hate would have corrupted you too.
D'accord.
Speak clearly then. And answer my last question.
What is it?
Did I defeat the epidemic?
Now you've found the castle, Jonathan Reed. Only you can answer that. Farewell, my child. I shall dream about you soon.
Bon, maintenant faut que je trouve un moyen de rentrer, super. Hein? Non, vu qu'on peut pas sauter avec ce personnage-là. Est-ce que je peux passer par là? Non. Non plus. Donc, ouais. Marine. Robin de Wood. Une porte. Donc là, on peut pas non plus rentrer. Là, c'est pas une porte.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but I think I smell Elizabeth's perfume. She must be here somewhere.
Là, on peut pas y aller. Un travail qui n'a trop tardé, réparation entretien des murs, comme le château. Ah, il y a une crypte en plus.
Like most castles, this one has a crypt, and it holds something special inside.
Ah, Elizabeth Bury.
Elizabeth, my love, you allow my portrait to watch over you while you sleep. I'm flattered.
C'est peut-être son vrai nom, hein.
This castle is falling apart.
Là, je pourrais tomber.
That's sweet fragrance. Elizabeth's perfume. She was here and
Vincent Van Gogh. Ça y est. Trouver le passage secret.
This painting looks suspicious.
Attends, je suis arrivé là et t'as dit la peinture a l'air bizarre. Ça? Ah, la reine écarlate. Ok, déverrouiller la porte au cas où. Chauffeur ont été informés que pour des raisons de sécurité. Ah, il a transporté un cercueil. Temple là-bas à ici. Pourquoi il y a marqué aiguisez vos sens? Ça c'est la porte. C'est bizarre, je suis arrivé là. Et il y avait aiguisez vos sens, elle.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Ok. Ah non, je suis allé déjà là. Ouais, ça commence à être long. Je pensais finir plus vite, plus rapidement, moi. Non? Ouais, ça serait la crypte pour moi là. Trouver le passage secret. Oui, zone inconnue, tu m'étonnes. Donc là, on peut pas. Donc il y a une autre entrée. Super. Passage secret sous les escaliers là. Non.
A sword and a moon are the symbols I should look for.
Lune et épée. Là, on va... une épée. Est-ce que c'est à l'intérieur du château qu'il faut chercher? Et merde. Ouais. À la cheminée, hein.
What are these symbols? I can feel a mechanism, but it doesn't work.
Attends. Ah ben voilà. Une épée. D'accord, attends. L'épée, elle est là. Attends, parce que ça, c'est quoi? C'est un bouclier. Ça, c'est quoi? Là. Voilà. Là, bouclier et... Et...
One last switch, and...
Ok. C'est pas ça, c'est un bouclier, ça. Où est-ce que serait l'autre? Moi qui pensais finir plus rapidement le jeu, c'est loupé, hein. Il est pas là, l'autre bloc. Ils n'ont pas mis dans la même pièce. Attends.
Here's another switch. I should keep looking.
Attends une minute. Il y a un troisième là.
What are these symbols? I can feel a mechanism, but it doesn't work. Here's another switch. I should keep looking. One last switch, and...
J'ai du mal à comprendre. Là c'était lune et épée, et là l'épée elle est là. Dans la pièce là il n'y a pas de... mécanisme. Bizarre, bizarre. Et là, un bouclier, une fleur. Pas mis d'autres. Cherche pour rien ici, c'est pas ici. Ça sera pas ici, là. Pourquoi ils auraient mis un mécanisme ici? On se demande. Mécanisme, pierre ronde, à moins que ce soit pas une pierre. Doucement, doucement. Donc là, je suis déjà allé. Ah, ok. Alors là, voilà, est-ce que je faut que j'attende la nuit? Parce que là, il y a des ouvertures. Ici, mais... Ouais. Ah, parce que j'en vois que 3 de trucs. Hein. Moi qui ai un certain ordre à faire. Non. Là, ça me le dit. Là, par contre, ça le montre plus, là.
What are these symbols? I can feel a mechanism, but it doesn't work.
Ah, là, ça me le fait.
Here's another switch. I should keep looking. One last switch, and...
Non. Chaque fois, il me dit plus qu'un mécanisme. Et il est où, le mécanisme? C'est ça, le souci. Chut. 3 ans, on y est encore.
This is despicable.
Rien, je n'ai pas d'autre mécanisme rond là. qu'il y en avait un ici, non? Non. Alors là... Je sais pas du tout où il faut aller, là. Trouver ce mécanisme rond, là. Ah si, il est rond. Ici aussi. Là, je pense que je tourne en rond. Je peux pas faire avancer le temps. Je retourne chaque fois là. Bah tiens, il est là. Et je suis pas passé là tout à l'heure, franchement. Je suis passé là, je l'ai pas vu.
Voilà.
Ah bah tiens, voilà en France. Attends, je suis passé, je sais pas combien de fois devant. Attends. Elisabeth. Bon là, je n'étais pas très décidé à le tout lire là. Hein?
Drop your sword, Father. You have nothing to be afraid of.
Shall we abandon this then? Shall we lower our heads?
No, never. You taught me that.
Blood is approaching. Old but young. How strange. Shall I drink it? Smite it?
No, Father. He is a friend. Please, rest. I'll take care of it.
Caution, Elizabeth. Deceit runs through these veins.
I know, Father. What took you so long, Jonathan?
Is this really him?
Yes. This is William Marshall, 1st Earl of Pembroke, servant of 5 mortal kings, former regent and saviour of England. The greatest knight who ever lived, according to some.
And you called him father?
For he gave me eternal life, and much more.
I have so many questions, Elizabeth.
You always had questions, Dr. Reed.
Now that I stand before you both, in this vault, I know not where to begin.
We still have a few minutes left.
Sommes-nous pourquoi avoir fui? Jusqu'ici.
Why did you flee here?
When you told me I was the healthy carrier, I had nowhere else to go.
You mean you had to return to the real source of this scourge?
Yes, to end it, once and for all.
Where are we? What is this place?
This is the Ashbury estate. I inherited the title when I purchased the castle.
Is this your retreat? Something of a secret place?
It's more of a sanctuary, really. This is where I take care of my father. Ever since he became unwell.
Are you not afraid someone might discover you here? It's not that hard to find.
Do not assume that I would hesitate to silence anyone who tried to reveal my secret. Fortunately, it has rarely come to that.
I have destroyed the disaster, this creature that Harriet Jones had become. The epidemic is no more, and London will recover. In time.
Yes. You did well, Jonathan. You truly saved the city.
Yes, we did. Despite all obstacles. I'm truly convinced we did it together, Elizabeth.
I cannot bear knowing I was the cause of all this. Through the use of my own blood.
No. This catastrophe was the result of unethical experimentation. And the will of a creature so inexplicably evil, she exceeds all the terrible wonders I have seen since my death.
But it was my blood all along. My corrupted blood of hate. The poisoned blood of my father. A healthy carrier. That's all I am.
C'est William Marshall qui t'a contaminé.
William Marshall infected you. He is the true, original carrier.
Yes. But he saved me by sacrificing himself.
Saved you? How?
The tears of angels. The cleansing of impure blood by an older, more powerful blood. It worked on me, did it not?
Yes. Blood is the definitive key to our species. Scowls, cleansing, lineage. Do you really think it worked?
It has, Jonathan. I was nothing but a beast who took pleasure in slaughter. I roamed across Europe, reaping my bloody crop. It was the blood of hate. But my father's antidote cured me.
Et tu aurais dû parler.
You should have told me.
No, Jonathan. The William Marshall myth lies at the heart of so many hostile plans. I could not risk jeopardizing his safety.
So why did you come here? You knew I would follow you. I can't let you go.
Because I know now the blood of hate is still in my veins. No one but I can put an end to this tragedy.
I can help you. You can trust me, Elizabeth.
I know, Jonathan. You have been the most loyal ally these last few weeks. But this is my duty.
Would your protege agree to speak with me? I have so many questions for him.
Go on, Jonathan. But be careful.
Bon, ça va être la séance de blabla peut-être là.
Yes, Sir William. My God. You really are William Marshall. You served Richard the Lionheart and his brother, King John. It is such a privilege to meet you.
I did in my day. Come closer if you want to speak.
Ouais, tu
For my
fais aussi bien qu'avant.
isn't what it used
Je sens
to
qu'il
be.
te pompe pas le sang là.
Hearing is fine, sir.
What is it you want then?
À propos des larmes d'un, à propos du désastre.
I found and defeated the disaster that was threatening to smite London. You should know that the city is safe for now, Sir William.
Then may I call you brother? Did you resist its poison? Even a scratch from a beast so evil could endanger you and all those you care for.
Qui est celle qui vous avait vaincu? Comment vous l'avez-vous vaincu?
You also defeated one in 1666. Who was it?
She was a malicious witch who spread plague throughout the city with her army of rats. She had been hiding in a bakery in Pudding Lane for months when I finally found her.
How did you defeat it?
We fought for hours. In the end, I had to lock her in St. Paul's Cathedral and burn the building down. I wanted to be sure she was destroyed.
I found your research on the antidote. The tears of the angels. What ingredients did you use?
Once I understood what the ingredients were, I used the tears of King Richard and the pure blood of the valiant Boadicea.
And did it work?
Yes. The tears cleansed my poor Elizabeth's blackened heart. It was such a blessing to see her smile again.
The blood of hate. How does it affect you? Do you feel it now?
The blood of hate? Yes. Nothing more than a sneeze, really. A sneeze held for so long, you could blow a fortress down if you released it.
Vous me parlez des vampires?
Can we speak about the Morrigan?
The Red Queen? What of her?
Do you know who she is?
I don't want to discuss this in front of my sweet Elizabeth.
Why?
For a time, she too could hear the Red Song. The steps she danced to its melody brought pain upon the world.
You met her, did you?
Just once, but...
Oui, d'accord.
I would like to ask you about vampires.
Vampires? What about them?
Considering your experience, please tell me what you know.
They are terrible creatures. I have seen and fought many in my time. Foul temptresses with sharp claws and shrieking beaks.
I have never seen such a creature. What are you talking about?
Of course you've never seen a creature like them. Vampires are deadly, swift and implacable.
Where did you encounter such creatures?
The last time I saw one was in a Celtic temple near Salisbury. A terrible and god-forsaken place full of ghosts and pestilence.
Do you remember Myrddin, your maker?
Only God is my maker, for he created everything on this earth. He blessed me with eternal life through his archangel, Michael.
But Myrddin, Michael, is a vampire. He made you a blood-sucking creature of the night.
Blood, yes. I used to drink it from the throats of the unworthy. Then I was punished for my deceit. During my penance, I rely entirely upon my sweet Elizabeth.
Comment j'ai été affecté?
Did you really sacrifice yourself to save her?
That was the only righteous path. The blood of hate made me betray her. I am at peace.
D'accord pour être enfermé ici.
You agreed to be confined here, then?
Yes. Once I was sure she was cured.
La fin commence à être longue. Hein.
Locked down here. I deserve it. The world needs it.
Do you not want to be cured?
No. This hunger is mine. I would feel empty without it. It has been part of me for so long. All I want is quiet. Silence.
We could set you free. Let you out. Isn't that what you want?
I pray for the day I'll see the sky again. I have all but forgotten its colors. I could walk and do so many things beneath the stars. But I doubt it will be wise to release me.
Then will you stay here and repent?
Elizabeth told me it will not be long now. I cannot wait to feel the sweet caress of her hand on my cheek after so long as she releases me. Has the time come?
Yes, Father.
Why not unleash me then?
Merde.
To see the sky a final time.
You already are the sky, and all its stars.
I'm not defeated, for I welcome the sword you bear, for it is mine.
You were never defeated, my lord.
Ah, il a carrément coupé la tête. Ah non, j'ai pas le temps de faire un screen.
And to you also, Jonathan.
What do you mean?
I can't stand what I've become. This healthy carrier, as you put it. The flames will purify the poison that runs in my veins.
No! I won't allow this to happen.
I am death, Jonathan. Wherever I go, I can't stand it.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, champion of Myrddin, chosen to save England from the vampire epidemic. I could cure you.
What do you mean?
We are creatures of blood, Elizabeth. Everything about us is in our blood. With time, I could perfect the antidote William Marshall gave you. Trust me, for time is on our side.
That is a risk I cannot take, Jonathan. I won't bring another such disaster into this world.
Elizabeth, no. Trust me. I can save you.
How could I trust you, Jonathan? How could I take such a chance?
I'll stay here with you then. As long as we must, until I find a cure.
You have no idea what you're talking about, Jonathan. Despite his madness, William was strong enough to starve for centuries. I doubt we can do the same.
We will lock ourselves down then. I'll get all the material I need and I'll perform my research here with you until you're cured.
Are you mad? Who would take care of us? Who would free us if it takes decades or even more?
Old Bridget will take care of us.
You are serious, aren't you? You really are ready to do this?
I love you, Elizabeth. I can do this. Please, stay with me.
I believe you. This is crazy, but I believe you, Jonathan.
Et tout leur tombe sur la tête. Ça y est, c'est la fin. Ça aurait été long, hein.
One prayer for the summoned, called by this song. Child born from darkness, whose path ye must find. Now the song is sung, and your path chosen. England is safe, for you have prevailed. I bid you farewell, my champion, bittersweet. You found yourself a newer quest, and so I leave you to it. My queen sleeps once again, and I'll soon join her slumber, until alas she rises, woken by the hunger never fed.
Ça appelle un deuxième épisode, ça. Le goût du sang. Ça y est, je crois que c'est fini. Ça y est. Viande. Eh ben, non, je crois que j'allais pas en finir ce soir, moi. Piou. Ah bah, c'est le deuxième jeu que je finis cette semaine. Peut-être... Je sais pas encore quel jeu j'ai décidé de faire. Eh ben, sur ce, je remercie toutes les personnes qui sont venues en direct ou en replay. Merci à tous ceux qui ont regardé tous les épisodes sur YouTube ou Twitch. Et sur ce, je vous dis à bientôt pour de nouveaux lives. Merci à tous et à bientôt.